So I think I'm going to have to raise my end of the week price target for AMC to about $50 per share. And we're going to go over why I think this is attainable and actually very probable. As well as that, we're going to run through all of the typical data that we do. I really want to talk about this $44 level briefly, like we did in the last video. If you have not seen that, we will give you guys the scoop on that, what the new developments are with AMC, go over the market beat data, as well as Citadel's 13F filing, if you guys have not seen that already. So let's get into this video. We're going to keep this one shorter than the other video earlier today because not too much is actually new, but there's some things that everybody needs to know that we will cover here in this video. So hit that like button for me. As always, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you guys have not already, sign up with Moomoo, get 5 free stocks, all of them valued up to $3,500 a piece. When you join using my link in the description, it'll bring you to this page. YouTube TCI has shared free stocks with you. Check that out if you guys have not already. Great platform, my favorite platform to use right now. Get awesome fills using them. I got a free share of Starbucks. My promotion, not nearly as good as this promotion, but still over a 100% return just by signing up. So let's talk about AMC. We're getting close to the end of the day when I typically do these wrap-up videos for the day. Now, AMC is going through a very volatile period at the current moment, as we are now approaching this major support level at $44 per share, and we are breaking this, going under this, breaking this even more, and then falling a little bit under this. Now, by the end of the day today, and really what I want to see is the after hours move remaining above $44, and then the move into pre-market and throughout the first couple hours of trading tomorrow to remain above $44. I don't care if we're 50 cents above $44. I don't care if we're 10 cents above $44. I really don't care. I just want to see a continued break above $44. Why? Because like I said in the last video, when we did sell off from $53 all the way down to $33 per share, this $44 level was key because once we broke that to the downside, it took a while to get back up to $44. Right here, October 19th was the first time, and then came back down to $35. And then we touched this right here with this candle. This was November 3rd, came back down, went to $35.95 or $45.95 to close the day November 8th, fell back down to about $37. Now we are approaching $44 and going over $44 here today yet again. So 4 touches to $44, never really got a clean break besides back here, and that's not a clean break because we were only above this for 1 trading day. So if we can get a clean break above this, see at least 2 to 3 days of closing prices over $44 per share, we will see this continued rally, and next move is going to be approaching $50 per share after that. And obviously, like I've said many times, there's a lot of good data the trading algorithms are trying to price in, as well as the implied volatility on the option chain is incredibly high. And like we called out 2 days ago, the implied volatility on the December 17th expiration dates for the 145 strike is some of the highest in the overall market at 180.22% as we do currently speak. Yes, there is a lot of open interest on that strike anyways, but the implied volatility is the implied move, and the fact that we have already had earnings, so there's really no major catalyst on the near-term horizon, and the implied volatility is well over 100%, in between 120% and 180% for every single expiration. That is telling you guys market makers are still pricing in a big move, and that's likely what is fueling this rally today, as we do still have very low volume, only at 28.5 million as we do currently speak, with only about a half an hour left of trading right now. So that is very key. Not too much shorting, not too much additional buying, but this is mainly a gamma squeeze, and this is really where my $50 end of the week price target is being raised, because like I said on Sunday, my price target was $45 by the end of the week. I said I would be happy with a break above $44, but $45 seemed more reasonable because I do expect that break. Now it's only Tuesday, and we're almost at $45 per share with this incredible gamma squeeze setup that is here on the table. And we'll talk about when I think some short positions would actually start to cover, not the MOAS, but just some short positions that would start to cover. Because this move today up 3% on this low volume, it's not any shorts covering. And if there is shorts covering, we're talking about a couple thousand shares, nothing crazy whatsoever. But when you're looking at the option chain, guys, what you have to know is that, think about it like this: every single day, say the $40 strikes expiring this Friday, every single day closer to Friday, you're going to see a little bit more hedging that has to happen for the 39, the 40, the 41, 42, $43 strikes that are in the money. It's not all going to happen all at once. It's a gradual thing. That's the best way to think about it. The closer to expiration, the deeper into the money the contracts go, or just stay into the money, the more hedging that has to happen every day leading up until the expiration day. And not even considering the massive amount of contracts that are already running into the money over the past 2 trading days, we have a lot of contracts that are just out of the money leading into that $50 price target. Take a look at this. The lowest strike leading to $50 in between $44 and $50 is the $47 strike, and you have 5,600 for open interest. Let me just run through this for you guys. $44 strike, 8,200, almost 19,000 at the 45, the 46 at about 8,500, 11,800 at the 48, 6,000 at the 49, and then 26,774 leading to the $50 strike. So if we see any increase in buying activity that is not from market makers hedging, that pushes more contracts into the money, considering the low volume that we are seeing, you're going to see a big increase in share price. And we are really on that tipping edge where you're gonna start seeing big movements to the upside. That's why I put my price target at $50 per share. Keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a financial planner. So always do as you guys will, do what you guys want. I'm not responsible if you guys make money or lose money. Now let's briefly go over the Ortex data, and this is just full of crap because the estimates have went down, saying we went down about 2.33% short interest change for the day. You're not seeing shorts covering with this low volume. Sorry to break it to you. If I mean, that's probably not a bad thing in your guys' minds, and that's not how I would take this when you do see people talking about the Ortex data. It's not shorts covering. Their estimates are off. Their algorithms are wacky. You really need to go off of the exchange reported short interest data and then take into consideration the price increases and drops since this settlement day. So since October 29th, let's take a look back here. October 29th, we were at about $35. What's that say? $35 per share. And then we've obviously went up. We went back down to about $38 per share. Now at $44 per share. So we are up a little bit since then, but to say the short interest of free float was covered 3.3% of the total float, it does not make a lot of sense with seeing this low volume. It's just not the case. If anything, the short interest is probably around 18% if I were to just throw a number out there, if I were to totally speculate here. And the days to cover is about 2.66 days to cover. That's very prone for a short squeeze right there. So let's move on from that. Shorts obviously have not covered. Now, the tweet that I have already called out in another video is that Adam Aaron said 20 hours ago, attention SHIB Army, our friends BitPay decided to support Shiba Inu specifically because I asked. So AMC can take Shiba Inu for online payments of movie tickets and concessions. AMC Theaters to be the first BitPay client to accept Shiba Inu, timing 60 to 120 days. This is a wow. Like I said in the other video, I don't want to get carried away on this too much. Nobody's expecting this to be a huge driver of revenue. At least I'm not. Most apes are probably not as well. But this could bring in FOMO buyers that could send the stock much higher on a very short notice basis, right? With 20 million for volume, if you see 5 million shares bought out of nowhere from FOMO buyers, you're going to see a huge increase in the percentage gain on whatever day that happens on. Now, as far as the market beat data for AMC and the institutional ownership changes, $757 million worth that has been bought, $33 million worth that has been sold. That is comparable to Q1 of 2021 before this major rally in Q2 of 2021. So it looks like we're setting up on the same basis of what we've seen before that June rally. So definitely a good sign right there. And then finally, to conclude this video, the Citadel position, the 13F filing came out November 15th, so that must have been late last night. I did not have a chance to cover that in the other video, and they only have 33,663 shares left. That is a decrease of 75.25% of their share position of AMC. And other than that, their call position is up 20%, now controlling 148,000 shares worth, and their put position is down 40.35%, only controlling 5 million shares worth. So they're technically looking more bullish than anything, but they did sell a lot more shares than anything throughout the last quarter. So it's really 50-50 here. Obviously, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. This is only the hedge fund portion of Citadel. So take that with a grain of salt. All of the other 13F filings are looking incredibly bullish as well. A lot of directionally bullish positions. And what I mean by that is that these hedge funds, they're selling out of their put positions, so they're no longer, in the most part, betting that AMC is going to see a substantial drop. So that's gonna be all for this video. Hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel. As always, check out the sponsor of this video, that is Moomoo, as well as other links to get free stocks down there as well, and the buy and sell alerts if you guys want to be notified every time I make a trade in stock, options, and or crypto. That is your way to do that. We have been killing it over there. So that's gonna be all. Love and appreciate all you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you in the next one.